let's look at some of the changes that have been made to the Rover 600 range, and we'll start with the airbag system. Up to now, we've fitted the SRS2 system, which has an airbag on the driver's side only. But now we can offer a system with the airbag on the passenger's side too, and it's called the SRS3 system. The main components in the system are the SRS unit located in the centre console, the driver's airbag in the steering wheel with a cable reel underneath it, and a passenger airbag in the fascia. The SRS warning light is in the instrument panel. The heart of the system is the SRS unit. It contains sensors and a microprocessor. The sensors react to the collision impact and signal the microprocessor, which computes them and triggers the airbags to inflate.
The SRS unit also contains a self-diagnosis circuit. When the ignition is turned on, the SRS warning light illuminates and then goes out after about 6 seconds if the system's working normally. If the light doesn't come on, or doesn't go out after 6 seconds, or comes on while driving, it indicates a fault which must be investigated as soon as possible. Do it like this. First, you have to locate the service check connector under the fascia on the passenger's side. It's a blue 2-pin connector and must not be confused with another blue connector near it, which has 3 pins. Make sure the ignition is turned off, then bridge the terminals of the connector. Now turn the ignition on. The SRS warning light will come on for about 6 seconds, then go out. Immediately after that, it'll start to blink the diagnostic trouble code, or DTC, to identify the fault. If the fault is a continuous failure, the DTC will be indicated repeatedly. If it's an intermittent failure, the light will indicate the fault once, then stay on. If there is more than one fault, for example a continuous failure and an intermittent failure, both DTCs will be indicated as continuous failures. If the system is normal, that is, no DTC, the light will show continuous short blinks. After you've rectified the fault, you then have to erase the DTC memory, otherwise it'll continue to register it. You can erase the memory by turning the ignition off, then remove the bridge in the service check connector. Locate the memory erase signal connector, it's this 2-pin connector under the fascia on the driver's side, and bridge its terminals. Turn the ignition on. The SRS warning light will come on for about 6 seconds. When it goes off, you must remove the bridge you just fitted to the memory erase connector within 4 seconds. The SRS light will then come on again, and you must reconnect the bridge within 4 seconds. The SRS light will go out again, and then you only have a maximum of a further 4 seconds to finally remove the bridge. If you've done it right, the SRS light will blink twice to tell you that the memory has been erased. If for any reason you have to remove the steering wheel, you must first turn the steering to put the road wheels in the straight ahead position. Then remove the centre pad, complete with its airbag. When refitting, it's important to fit the cable reel correctly. Turn it clockwise until it stops. Then turn it anti-clockwise by approximately 2 turns until this yellow gear tooth lines up with the alignment mark on the cover. And the arrow mark on the reel label points upwards. It's very important that both these marks align, or the cable will not operate correctly.
So much for the SRS3 airbag system. So let's move on to look at some of the new chassis features on the Rover 600. The T-Series turbo engine has been introduced, and this has required a number of changes. For example, the cylinder block has been adapted to take in a new sump and front engine mounting bracket. The special sump has a torque rod location. The rod goes from the sump to the suspension rear beam. There are new exhaust manifold fixings and new lightweight pistons. The power steering pump has a valve change to suit the Honda steering system. The power unit is fitted with the gearbox on the left-hand side of the engine bay. That is opposite to the Honda unit, and all the front suspension beams have been changed to accommodate the new unit. Incidentally, it's essential that when you use a trolley jack at the front of the car, you must jack here under the towing eye at the front of the centre beam. If you jack anywhere else, you'll cause damage. The suspension is modified to give a sports tune, new front springs and dampers, and a stiffer rear anti-roll bar, along with the new 16-inch alloy wheels with Pirelli tyres. We recommend that Pirelli replacements should always be fitted. The 2.3-litre 600 is now fitted with a cruise control system similar to the 800. The ECU is located on the driver's side at the bottom of the A-post.
Set and resume switches are on the steering wheel, providing instructions to the ECU through a slip ring. The main cruise on switch is combined with the heated rear window switch in the fascia.
The Bosch ABS 2E anti-lock braking system is fitted to Rover engine 600s, and it uses a fixed relays modulator. Don't forget that although the relays don't seem to be rigidly fixed on this type of modulator, you must not try to remove them. You can identify the modulator by its cover, which is level with the top of the modulator valve chamber.